Life, the world we see with our eyes, where we breathe, eat, and drink, is actually only the first level of life. According to Islamic scholars, there are 4 more levels. Some people, although they seem to have passed away from this world, are actually living just like us. Eating, drinking, walking around, visiting people in a life free from the limits of time and place. Sometimes they appear before your eyes. Maybe they pass by you. Maybe they visit your dream. The Quran mentions this mysterious truth about those at the level of shuhada by saying, "Do not say they are dead, they are alive." Today we will explain 2 of the remaining 3 levels through the stories of 4 prophets. We are starting the series about the metaphysical level of life. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like the video so you don't miss the rest of these extraordinary truths that you may be hearing for the first time. If you are ready, take a deep breath and let's begin this mysterious journey. Let's now begin with the first prophet who is still alive, Idris alayhissalam, also known as Prophet Enoch. In the Bible and the Torah, he is called Enoch. This extraordinary prophet Idris was the 5th generation descendant of Prophet Adam. He reached very special secrets, learned the knowledge of stars and astronomy, and connected to special metaphysical realms. He built connections with angels and formed a special friendship with Azrael. Later, he would go on a breathtaking journey into unknown worlds. Before that, he became known in Islamic history as the first prophet to use a pen and write, know and teach sciences like mathematics and astronomy, and to invent clothing by sewing stitched garments for the first time in human history. According to narrations, Idris alayhissalam, whose name is mentioned twice in the Quran, was born in the region of Babylon. Even before being given prophethood, he devoted himself to worship. According to Al-Bari, when Allah gave him prophethood, Adam alayhissalam was 622 years old. He was sent as a prophet to the sons of Kabel, called them to the truth, invited them to obey Allah and resist jinn, but most of his people did not listen to him. It is narrated that he had about 1,000 believers who followed him. He knew all the languages of his time and taught people in their own languages. He was sent about 1,000 years before Allah revealed to him 30 Suho pages. Idris alayhissalam spent most of his time remembering Allah. The angels loved him very much and often visited him. One day he said to the angel in charge of the sun, "I want to see Azrael alayhissalam. Can you tell him for me?" The angel of the sun replied, "All right, I will meet him and tell him your request." Then he went to Azrael alayhissalam and conveyed the request. Azrael alayhissalam took permission from Allah and came to Idris alayhissalam in the form of a human. He appeared to Idris alayhissalam during his time of worship. When Azrael alayhissalam saw him, he greeted him and said, "O Prophet of Allah, may I be your companion?" Idris alayhissalam did not realize he was an angel. Thinking he was just an ordinary man, he said, "I have dedicated these 4 days to worship. I have left people behind, and no one saw where I came. How did you find me?" Azrael alayhissalam said, "O Prophet of Allah, I am also a servant of Allah. I wanted to meet you and worship with you. Please let me join you." Idris replied, "You will not. Be a blotto, endure my companionship. I eat little, drink little, sleep little, and worship continuously. You will not be able to keep up with me." Azrael said, "I hope Allah gives me strength. Inshallah, I will endure." Idris alayhissalam accepted him, and they started traveling together. They spent 1 day in worship, gratitude, and fasting. In the evening while walking, they saw a shepherd on the road. Azrael alayhissalam said to Idris alayhissalam, "O Prophet of Allah, we have set out on a journey, but we don't know where we will stay tonight. Maybe we won't find food where we go. Since there is a shepherd here, let's buy some milk from him. Wherever we stay tonight, we can drink milk to break our fast." Azrael alayhissalam wanted to test Idris alayhissalam with this, because as an angel, he did not need food or drink. When Idris alayhissalam heard this, he became angry and said, "Never say something like that. Again, Allah guarantees our sustenance. Where He sends our sustenance there. Does Allah not know where we will stay?" Israelis said, and they continued walking. When night came, they stopped at a place. Idris alayhissalam became very hungry. They prayed and Allah sent them a table of food. Idris said to him, "Come eat." Azrael said, "I swear by Allah who gave you prophethood, I do not feel any desire to eat." Idris replied, "Then I will eat a little," and he began eating. Both started to feel suspicious about this man. because earlier he had asked for milk because of hunger, but now he was not eating anything. After eating, they stood for prayer and prayed without stopping until the end of the night. Idris, Alayhissalam became tired and sleepy. He looked at Alayhissalam and saw that he had no tiredness, no sleepiness and no hunger. Still not knowing he was Israelis, he was surprised. For Azrael, such worship was very easy because there were angels in the heavens who had been standing in Qiyam since before the world was created and had not yet bowed into ruku. Idris alayhissalam said in amazement, "I did not know there was a person on earth stronger than me in worship. It was never told to me, but you are stronger than me." And he belittled his own worship. The next day came and they set out again. Toward the end of the day, they came across a vineyard. Again said, "O Prophet of Allah, we don't know where we will go tonight. Should we take a few bunches of grapes?" Idris alayhissalam got angry and said, "Did I not tell you that Allah guarantees our sustenance? Wherever we are, He sends it to us." Israel alayhissalam replied again and they continued without taking any grapes. At night, they stopped to rest again, prayed, and Allah sent them atable of food once more. Idris alayhissalam started eating and said to Azrael Samwa was in human form, "Come eat." But again Israel alayhissalam said, "O Prophet of Allah, I don't feel like eating at all." Idris alayhissalam was surprised and thought himself, so he didn't want the grapes for himself. Then he ate and stood for prayer. Again they prayed without stopping until the end of the night. Idris alayhissalam became tired, turned to Azrael alayhissalam in human form and saw he was neither tired nor sleepy. Then Idris alayhissalam said, "For the sake of Allah in whose power my soul is, tell me, Thetrath, you are not a human, are you?" Azrael alayhissalam, the angel of death, said, "It's possible, I am not from the children of Adam." Idris alayhissalam asked then, "Who are you, O Israel?" Alayhissalam answered, "I am the angel of death." Hearing this, Idris alayhissalam was astonished and asked, "Did you receive an order to take my soul? Is my time of death here?" Azrael replied, "If I had received such an order, I would carry it out. But I love you for the sake of Allah, and I asked Him for permission. I came to you as a companion and friend." Idrisam said, "It has been almost 3 days and nights that we have been traveling. You never left my side. In all this time, has no creature died?" Azrael replied, "O Prophet of Allah, for the sake of Allah who granted you prophethood, how could it be that no one dies in these 3 days? Many souls have been taken. Since the moment you saw me, I have been with you. At some time, wherever it was commanded for me to take a soul, no matter in which world, I took it there." Idris alayhissalam was amazed and asked, "How do you do this? How is it possible?" Azrael said, "All of the world is before me as close as a table is before a person. Just as a person reaches out and takes food from a table, I reach out and take a soul." The trick of Idris alayhissalam on Azrael.idris alayhissalam said, "I have always had one wish. Can you let me taste death?" Azrael alayhissalam asked, "What will you gain by tasting the pain of death?" Idris alayhissalam, who had a very high rank in servitude to Allah, replied, "If I tasted pain of death when I return to this world, I will never sleep again and I will always worship." Alayhissalam said, "Let me ask my Lord." When Allah gave a permission for this, alayhissalam made Idrisam taste the pain of death, and then by Allah's permission brought him back to life. When Idris alayhissalam opened his eyes, Isam asked, "How was the pain of death?" Idris alayhissalam said, "This is nothing like what I had read. It is such a terrible, dreadful state." In narrations, Idris alayhissalam described it like this: "Just as a sheep's skin is pulled off while it is alive, death is such a moment." Then Idris alayhissalam continued, "O Angel of Death, I have another request. Can you fulfill it?" Azrael said, "Go ahead." Idris alayhissalam said, "Show me hell." Azrael said, "All right, but let me ask, my Lord, but why do you want to see hell?" Idris alayhissalam replied, "If I see hell, my worship will increase even more." Then Allah gave permission. When Azrael brought Idrisam to hell, the guards of hell came to the gate and asked, "Who are you?" Azrael said, "I am Azrael." The angels of hell began to tremble and asked, "Why have you come with fear of death?" Azrael said, "Allah sent us. I came with Idris alayhissalam. Open the gate just a little for us." Then the angels opened the gate only as wide as the eye of a needle. At that moment, Idris alayhissalam fainted from the terrifying sounds, the heat felt, vekaries, and the fire inside. When he woke up, he said, "This state is far more terrifying than anything I had read or known." the entry of Idris alayhissalam into paradise, and his stay there. Idris alayhissalam continued, O angel of death, I have one more request. Can you fulfill it? Israel alayhissalam again said, Go ahead. Idris asked, This time, can you show me paradise? Israel alayhissalam said, Let me ask my Lord for permission. When Allah gave permission, Israel alayhissalam said, O Prophet of Allah, good news. You are already among the people of paradise. You are among the most honorable of the prophets. Soon. Why?